10 years ago, a few dripping taps and a couple of small repairs could keep a plumber busy and profitable. But today, after fuel, insurance, tools, parking, taxes, and the cost of living in London, many tradespeople are working harder than ever and making less money. So the question is, basic plumbing dead, or the business model, does it need changing? And what do we need to do? Welcome back to my lives, people. I haven't done a live in a little while. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Glad to be back, people. Sometimes I have to take some time off because I've been working, but I've got some interesting subjects to talk to you about today, which is, this whole thing is a big conversation. So we're going to start off in sections, yeah? And I always appreciate you guys for dropping comments. Do drop your comments where you're from as a plumber, how much you be charging, and if you agree or disagree with some of the points. I've got like 10 different points to talk through. So we're going to be here for a second. We're going to talk about a lot of different things. Why doesn't basic plumbing pay the bills anymore? Yeah, that's like a conversation which I hear popping up a lot within people who are in the same trade as me. We're going to start off with the first one. The old model of plumbing doesn't work. I've heard this so many times. There's a simple leak, simple repair, and you make a bit of profit. But running a plumbing business is not as easy as it seems to others. People see you come, they see you go. They pay you for the little time you're there, and then you go. They're like, oh, your job must be all right. You must be killing it. Not really, man. I've got to pay for fuel. I've got to pay for insurance. I've got to pay for my tools. And that's counting that I don't lose my tools or my insurance doesn't go up. Because insurance go up depending if you have an accident, depending if you're doing more liable work, depending if you need an increase on your public liability insurance to get certain contracts, right? So that compounded with less or more competition coming from quotes like platforms which can do stuff online. So there are a lot of platforms where you can get, just an average price of a radiator. You want to swap a radiator. It's going to cost you like 160. It's going to cost you 200 quid. You've got to compete with all of those platforms which are available, which, we live in a society where a lot of people have Amazon blown up all over the world. People want to be able to go onto a service and click on it and say, yeah, I need a plumber. I need a plumber to do the radiator. They're not bothered about your profile. They're just bothered about the price and how instant it can happen. And I've learned that over the years of me being in this trade. So customers accepting the jobs, that's what you find to be a problem at sometimes. Customers, they're going to approach loads of different small companies to be able to get the right type of cost for them. So a lot of tradespeople are going out, whether they're chippies, they could be a bricklayer going out, and they're quoting for jobs, and people are turning around saying, oh, well, I've got 2 other people coming, so I'll let you know. 2 other people? What is this? Is this are we trying to date the same person? I don't know. Anyway, that's some of the competition which people don't see. And what are the charges? So your van insurance can always increase. Fuel prices, as you know, they go up and they're staying up at the moment. And it's it's costing a lot of people a lot of money to run a business. So let's say if you was getting, before, you'd be able to get £60 for a full tank, right? Now it's more like 85. So it's like 25 quid more on top of it. 25 quid every single week. That's £100. It's going to cost a business to run. Parking is a big thing for people who work in a congestion charge like myself. I paid congestion last year, and I paid about, it was nearly about £2,000. I used to work in Chelsea, so I pay congestion charge every time I was going there, every time I was coming. It was a lot, but it was factored into my my contract. You know, I set that in from early, but that will cost you a lot of money. Replacing or repairing tools, right? I have got a M18, M12 combi drill, which I use. And I was thinking about buying another one because I needed a battery charger, because my battery charger for that drill is effed up. It's like £40 to buy another charger. I think it might be £40 or £30. But if I spend another 100 quid on top of it, I can get another drill. Like, make it make sense, innit? So they're always trying to pull you in. ITS, all of those little shops online, trying to get you to spend your money, people. But be wary about these types of things. Another cost avenue, which a lot of us tradespeople come through, which, you know, you don't really have much say about it nowadays, it's accountancies and software and prescription stuff, yeah? So, like, some of you that might subscribe to, I don't know, a company what does your books and stuff like that. There's many bookkeeping companies, and you have to pay a subscription every single year to use the software, right? Might be like £350, £400, depending on what you got it for, innit? Accountancies, your accountant is always going to be costing you money. You're learning how to run the business. Most people don't do their accounts themselves. They have an accountant to do it separately, and to help them obviously save money and hide money as well. We know you're doing that shit. Anyway, make sure you always like and subscribe, because I give you the real talk and real conversation from me as a plumber and someone who's been a business owner for well over 10 years. So the cost of living in London is crazy. It's absolutely loopy. What can we do about it? Not a lot of people, unless you're willing to move out of London, you know, you're always going to pay this high price. I mean, we've spoke about it so many times on my channel. And those were the second points. They're what has to be charged. Do you get it? Like, you charge all of those things to the game: your van insurance, your fuel, your parking, your tools, your accountancy, your software, and what any other stuff what you need. And obviously they're living in London as well, that you just charge to the game. So our third point is the hidden cost of a simple repair. So break down a simple job. The customer pays you £90 to £120. What you've got to factor in is your time to travel to the place, yeah? Might be 15 minutes. Some of us, it takes us half an hour to get places because there's so much bloody traffic in London, right? Your materials. Picking up your materials from your suppliers are very important to any tradesperson, because that's like a bit of time which you're not getting paid for, you know, but they expect you to do it. Oh, why don't you just have it delivered by Screwfix? Do you think I go Screwfix? No, I don't personally, but I know some of you do. There's nothing wrong with it as well. They get stuff in. Anyway, my point was why I don't get Screwfix to be able to deliver it to me, because I'll be waiting about for them. I ain't got time to wait about when I'm on any job. Your fuel has to come into that £90 to £120. Tax and time you spent quoting. These are things which people think, oh, yeah, you could just do me a quick quote before you go home and stuff like that. Can I? How much of that £100 do you think actually ends up in a plumber's pocket? That's a question which I want to ask my audience, because some of you lot think that they are, or we are, super high rollers. We get it in. Not all of us shop at M&S. It's just me. I've not seen much other plumbers inside there. I think they're hiding out in Tesco's, if you ask me anything. But I digress. When it comes to doing that quick job, which might be just a simple repair, how much of it goes into your pocket? That's what I want to ask you guys who are, and girls who watch my channel. So from 90 to 120 pounds, take away traveling time, materials, fuel, admin if you need to do it, obviously. You might have something on your phone where you'll be able to write a invoice to someone. I have the same thing on my phone, so I'm able to do that. That does take up a little bit of proportion of time. Your tax as well, you have to work out, because taxman's watching you lot. Yeah. And obviously time spent quoting. So we are on our fourth section now. Make sure you lot are subscribed, liked, and shared, because I see that quite a few new people pop into my conversation and come across my page. I've been a plumber for over 23 years. I talk honestly and openly on my live in videos like this when we're talking about topics like, is it dead? Should you get out of it? We just want to show people the pros and the cons in it. And if it was that dead, there would never be so many people inside plumbing. I've made a life for myself through being a plumber, and I'm very proud of it as well. But I speak about all of it because there's no point lying about it. And I suppose people probably come to my channel more for context, and to hear, obviously, my opinion. I'm thankful for all you guys turning up, and girls. Can't just say it's the guys, because we're not doing a boys campaign here, people. So we're going to talk about a subject which is called race to the bottom. So when you're racing to the bottom, sounds exactly like what it is. It's a why. Anyway, online marketing platforms push prices down. This is something which we don't speak about because we're all competing with each other when it comes to prices, right? As tradespeople, I know someone who can do it cheaper. I know someone who can do it for that price. I explained at this beginning of this live, yeah, the time we live in 2026, doesn't matter where it is, yeah, people want this service where you can click on it and this person automatically turns up at your door. Hi, Mrs. Smith, I've heard that you've got a leaking tap. I'm from such and such. Oh, thank you. That's how people want to be dealt with, like as much as we want to be close to your customer as possible, yeah, they just want to go online and be able to click a button and for you to be able to turn up. I'm just saying it out loud. Tradespeople undercutting other tradespeople. That is a given. I've told you that it happens. Like, someone will always say, oh, I've got a toilet that needs fixing. Oh, okay, well, call a plumber and see how much it is. But my friend can do it for you. He'll probably be a bit cheaper. Everybody loves the cheap deal. I wait for some things to go on sale before I buy them. It just is what it is. You got to look after the pennies, and the pennies will look after the pounds, as they say. Do your research on that. Something where your mum should have taught you. Right. Customers comparing prices to other customers. That is something which happens oftenly. Price comparing, yeah. Cheaper prices attract and difficult customers than difficult customers. Sorry. So you got to have cheaper prices to attract more customers, right? And difficult customers is all part of racing to the bottom when it comes to this industry. Because when you have a difficult customer, yeah, they are going to ask for everything underneath the sun, the moon, and whatever. Oh, could you do this other job while you're here? As you've just finished, like, doing that tap for me, you couldn't look at my central heating. It's not working. I can look at it for you, but I'm gonna have to charge you a little bit more if you want me to look at it for you. But let me try and have a look within the 15 minutes I've got left on this appointment. Yeah, because it doesn't seem like you're trying to pay me by saying, "Could I have a look?" It's hard for tradespeople to say no to others when you're in their properties. Again, you always got your fishing rod out and you're fishing for money. So at the same time, being polite and being open to all customers' requests when you're there, even though it is making you late, even though it is fucking up your day, you kind of get on with it and you just do it. But you're racing to the bottom, because if you can see this person can be difficult and cheaper prices are getting you the jobs, it becomes a thing of value. Well, is it really worth it? You know, is it really worth doing something like this? Yes, no, like you don't really know, like, but you just racing to the bottom as they do. So I do want to tell you that about the online marketing prices, pushing prices down for people. Perfect example, yeah. You ever go online and look for boiler swap, yeah? And you'll have someone quoting on their website, we do it cheaper, we do it faster. Me, Jose, and Engorogrinos, we can come round, slab the boiler off, put another boiler on, and we'll be in and out within a day. Sounds great, innit? There's an old geezer, does his job, make sure he commissions the boiler, make sure everything's working, gives you a walkthrough, gives you a talk through. His name's John. He's going to have his tea and his sandwich outside, but he's going to get the job done. Which one they're going to go for? They're going to go for Jose and Rodrigo's, who's able to slap the boiler up, do it together. You've seen them do their TikToks together, and they're just fucking up the market. They're getting all the jobs, you know? But platforms oftenly push these services because it's what they make money out of as well. It's a money-making industry. Number 5. So it's more about materials, more materials and labor. Yeah, let's talk about that. Right. Customers pay more for you to solve problems quickly. And this is what happens when you've got experience, yeah, is that customers will pay you more because they understand that you're the man for the job or the woman for the job. I've been the man from the job for a long time because I've able for my skills to be able to speak volumes online. I have got a few articles written on me. If you've never checked them out, just type in Mr. London Plumber in Google and you can find and you can read till your heart is content, rude boy or rude gal. Right. So it matters when you can turn up to a property and save customers money with your diagnostics, right? So you save the customer money and time by diagnosing the problem, saying, oh, I've seen this before. Scratch my head, take the cover off for a second, put my screwdriver down, sit back and say, oh, I know what you need. You need a new pump. Woo! Customers love you for that stuff. Specialists are known as the hardest specialists. Sorry, they're specialists in this industry, yeah? Like who are classed as they just do gas work, just do pumps, just do pipe work, right? They're a specialist, yeah? And they'll always get paid good money, but they become a specialist. But this, I think I said that at the wrong point. I'm running through my board too quickly. But anyway. So let's go to the next one, which is the jobs that still make you money. But I do want to say something on that last part, though, about experience, yeah, because experienced engineers, yeah, definitely get to know the products, what they install, so it makes it easier for them. And that's where they're still able to make good money. Now we're going to be speaking about the jobs what still make you money. Leak detection. Yeah, because it's to do with time-consuming effort. Finding a leak inside a property is not easy. Whether it's coming from the heating, whether it's coming from the cold main, whether it's coming from a radiator, whether you have to keep topping up your system every now and then, but you don't know where this leak is going. Someone who's going to come in, test the system, pressure test the system, and find a leak. It's a time-consuming process, but they repair the leak. They get it done for you. They save you thousands of pounds on your water bill because Thames Water have been threatening you, telling you you're using X amount of water. I've heard that so many times through people, and all it was a dripping toilet. But guess what? Mr. London Plumber, he came and sorted it. I have to keep these lives interesting, people. Right. Fault finding. Again, another process which takes someone who understands components, what might be in a boiler, how they work, and how they operate, right? And if one's not firing, they're going to go to the other one and say, this one's not working through this, that's not working through this. A is the problem. Fault finding. And these are examples of jobs as a plumber, yeah? And that's why I said plumbing is never dead at the beginning of this video. That you still make bread, money, moolah. That's right. High-end installation of bathrooms, big dough skis, yeah? They got money, they're going to pay you, and the things what you're installing is probably more expensive than the money what you're going to get a month. That's right. 15, 40 grand baths, marble showers, 60, 70 grand's worth of marble on the showers. Yeah? Just know your paycheck is good at the end of the month or the week. System designing. That's something which, if you understand schematic drawings, you'll be able to win in that. Commercial work, heating controls, primary customer service. So premium, customer service. So if you're a plumbing business, yeah, and you've got really good customer service, yeah, you're always going to make money. People are excited to deal with you. People know they're getting the real deal. People know that you're the one-trick pony which can do everything. So if you've got that good customer relationship, building trust, honesty, being reliable, being someone who can always fix it, find the leak, fault find, and do the high-end fit outs, installations, they'll be calling you the man. If you can do system drawings, you can read the drawings. If you can do commercial work, heating, controls, you're the man. You're going to get money. Or you're the woman, you're going to get money. You're going to be Mueller. And this is a section for a lot of the plumbers, which I want you to take from this. You can disagree or not agree. I want you to let me know in the comment section, because that's what all of my lives like this are all about. Let me know in the comment section, because I've realized from a couple of my last videos, yeah, you lot have been the best performing group and community for me. You know, last one of my videos, you dropped something like 450 comments on that live, even though there wasn't a lot of you inside the room. It's not what matters. I know you're going to see it later. Appreciate you guys. Keep subscribing, liking, and smashing the like button. And if you're not subscribed, I don't know why you're not. Come on. This is me, Mr. London Plumber. Let's get it. Stop selling your hours. Start selling out. Stop selling your hours, yeah. So that's what I want to say. Start selling, right? So instead of saying I charge £80 an hour, you can say I'll solve most issues within the first visit. Because when you start telling people I charge £80 an hour, they think, well, how many hours are you planning to be here? I hope it's not 2, because I haven't got that money for 2. I've got the money for 1. But if you tell people you solve most issues within the first visit, they don't know how long a visit is, do they? They don't know that I put £4 on 4 hours on the car park for me to stay here for 4 hours. And it is never going to be £80 an hour. It's always going to be 190 to 260 an hour. Anyway, let's move on. The handyman trap. Yeah, we've got to talk about this. So there are an influctuation of so many self-grown handymen. I'm not mad at them. I know that someone's got to do the small jobs, but I want you to understand this one thing. If you are a plumber or you're qualified, yeah, or you're thinking about it, when you're a specialist, you're known for one thing. You don't need to be a one-trick pony. You don't need to be the man who does locks, doors, and solenoid valves. You don't need to be the person that does TMVs, shaves down a bit of wood, and you could also put up a CCTV. You don't need to be that person. Be a specialist in what you do, because you specialists get paid more money than others, right? And that way you're not fighting with this handyman trip, because I know some handymen are going to watch this, they're going to feel a bit offended and all that. I'm not trying to offend you and all that. I don't care. I'll just say how it is, you know. Specialists can always charge a premium price. Handymen cannot charge a premium price. That's why you try to be the jack of everything and you'll be the master of not even yourself. I rewrote it 2026. You know my vibe. Keep subscribing. You're getting that real talk from me today. We're back with a banger. That's right. I ain't been on there in a minute, and I thought my community is missing this type of conversation, what I give them. Yeah, I know they are. I know they're thinking, where's he gone? Where's he gone? Where's he? I'm here. We're back. 2 lives in a day. It's fire. I'm telling you, if you ain't subscribed, I don't know where you're at. So, specialists, like a plumber who specially only done certain types of work, get referrals. Yeah? Because people know that you've got the ability to do the task. They know that you specialize within installing bathrooms. They know that you specialize within servicing heating systems. You get referrals. Do you get it? Like, with the amount of work what I've put online myself, yeah, I get referrals. I watch your videos, you know, I really like you to do my bathroom. I watched your videos, you know, I really, what I'm saying, you lot don't start making videos. That's not what I told you to do. I told you to start being a specialist. I'll do this stuff. Yeah, keep subscribing. The mindset shift. I've spoke about this a few times. So the mindset shift of you running a business is not you doing plumbing. It's two different things. Prices must reflect your outgoings, right? It costs to run a business. Not every customer is your customer. It's like going to a nightclub. You look at a couple gal inside the nightclub, they're looking at you back, but they're looking at your friends. You thought it was you. Not every girl is for you, big man. Some is for the other dudes, you know? It gets like that. So your mindset needs to change. Premium clients expect you to be confident. They expect you to be correct when you turn up. And that's the reason why those premium clients will pay you the moolah. I get good clients and customers through social media as well, because maybe it's because I'm handsome, but on top of that, it's because that I know my job. I speak about my job highly. I respect the trade, what I've been in. I respect the lessons, what I've learned over the 23 years. You know, it's not easy maintaining a trade for this period of time. And even when you do have ups and downs, you get back up and you keep on trying. You probably learn the most when you're under pressure, when you know the foot's on your back type of vibe. So changing your mindset is definitely something that a lot of people can't get themselves around. Like, you know, I speak to electricians, carpenters, they tell me they're bricky. I'm a lecky. I'm an electrician. Why don't you say you're a business, big man? Why don't you say you're an entity? Why don't you say you're the director of an electrical company? It's not something that's unachievable. None of these things are. But your mindset has to change. You have to stop thinking like a worker and start move like a Ricky Rose, like a boss. If you're not willing to move like a boss, it's not going to happen for you. Question time to like my audience. What's your minimum requirement for a call out charge? I want you to let me know in the comment section, you know, because some of you lot were from all different places. Have you has the cost of your business doubled in the last 5 years? What type of jobs make you the most money as a plumber? I'm not going to tell you mine. I'm asking you as my audience. And which jobs do you wish you never took? Because as a plumber, yeah, there's always one rat's ass job. What you took, what you know you shouldn't have, what you should have just said, nah, mate, I'm looking after my nan's cat that week. I can't do the job. But you took it because you wanted to be the greedy big belly man. And look at you now. You're underneath the sink, sweating. You can't find your tools. This person's standing over you when you're working. You're in the hottest place on earth. This person's kitchen. They got the central heating on in this summer. You're thinking, what the hell is going on? But you signed up for it. You said, yes, I'll take that job. Is London becoming impossible for small businesses like trades business? Is it becoming impossible? I want to know. That's why I asked you these questions. So, comment section, guys and girls. The main questions from this video, from what you took from it, are: what's your minimum call out fee? What are you charging? Please let us know in the comment section. Even if it's £90 or £30, no one ain't judging you. This is a judge-free zone, right? Has your cost doubled in the last 5 years of running a plumbing company or having a plumbing company? I do want to know. And which jobs make you the most money? Let me know in the comment section. Don't be shy. Which jobs do you wish you never took? Let me know, because I can tell you loads of jobs I wish I never took. And is becoming a small business nearly impossible now in London as a tradesperson? It's been good to be back, people. I've been off for a few days, but I've been doing some other lives as well, so make sure you check them out. I'll tell you about some of them before we go, actually. Appreciate you lot for checking out this live. So I recently done a reaction video today, which is about good and bad information which we get from TikTok, from plumbers. It was interesting. The truth about a 4-on 4-off shift. The next video I done was about UK trades insight. Risk versus reward. That video is up as well. And I also done a video on the plumbing company HomeServe, and it was about how they sold the business for 4.1 billion. Billy. So definitely go and check some of those videos out. Those are some of my live streams as well. First time you ever coming across my channel, make sure you drop a comment. You know, I asked a few questions. We spoke about a few things today, but I'm happy to be back, people. And yeah, make sure you guys are subscribed, liked. You smash the like button before you leave, because that's a rule. And you subscribe to the channel and drop a comment, because I always like to have these conversations with my community, people who watch my content, but also engage with it. Because like I said, couple last videos, there's been a lot of comments. There's 450 comments on one of my last videos last month. So we're trying to run it up all the time. I encourage people to comment, tell me your views. You know, we can talk in the comment section. I'm a likable guy. I'm a subscribable guy. So make sure you subscribe, like, and share as well. To someone else who this video might help out. Other than that, people, have a great day. There's 2 other live videos for you to check out. And I posted something on my feed as well. So episode 2, getting customers. That new episode is out now on my page. Anyway, you guys have a great day, and I'll catch up with you guys soon. Peace.